This movie literally made me cry. I mean, not like bawling tears, but like little drops in the eyes, a little bit of leaking per se. So, and this movie was phenomenal. So let's get into some questions and dig into it a little bit. No, this movie felt 100% original. I don't think I've ever seen a movie that was anything like this, any of these topics at all. It embraced a new technology of the DNA testing, and so I don't think I've ever seen anything like it at all. I love how this movie would build up tension and then relieve it, and then build up tension and then relieve it. So it was constantly, there was something new that was coming up and something being resolved. It kept me engaged and intrigued through the entire movie as to how it was all going to turn out. I think the pace was just right on this movie. It was perfectly done, like I said, to keep interest going and not flying through. Perfectly done. This movie was all about empathizing and, just that moment when you see someone who deserves good things finally get something good. It's hard to put into words the feelings that this particular movie evoked in me. It was very much that guttural, this person has found their belonging, and I don't know a feeling that encompasses that. When the dad found the picture, because that was really surprising to me. I actually expected her to end up as part of their family through Chris. I didn't expect her to actually get to be part of the family. Even though the idea that there were two Vanessa Halls who neither one knew their father was really implausible. But I still didn't expect it to be her. I did find it frustrating when she could not connect to the company to find out more about the mistake. It was like they were never available. They were calling it all the times. So, I mean, I guess I didn't hate the plot twist, because in the end, it really helped to sell the story hard. But, so I guess I didn't really hate it, but that part was a little bit frustrating, I guess. When the dad found that picture and came running out to tell the rest of the family, it was just almost overwhelming. The feeling of, wow, she belongs. She's going to be so happy. They want her. All of those things. I mean, it wasn't anything personal, I guess, for real, but there was just something about that was so sweet and powerful. I would like to meet the grandmother, because she probably had lots of interesting stories about immigrating from Norway that would be unique, that, not a lot of people have experienced that. So that would be an interesting conversation to have. Yes, they all felt like people that you would just love to have as neighbors, right? They would just be wonderful to get to know and hang out with, and probably not as believable because there are so few people like that in the world. That's not fair. But, I mean, they really almost seemed too good to be true. So I guess not really believable because they're too good to be true. But perfect for the movie. So the girl, Caitlin, she reminds me of the daughter from What Women Want. Through the whole movie, I was trying to figure out where I knew her from. And then I finally realized that she actually reminded me of someone else. It wasn't her that I knew. The dad reminded me of somebody, but I'm not really positive who. I think possibly Ed Begley Jr. Again, not positive on that. And then Chris, I actually know from, but I recognize from Wind Calls the Heart. Well, actually, I mean, it was such a small part on Wind Calls the Heart, though, I think. And then, so now he's showing up in all these Christmas movies, so but I still associate him with Wind Calls the Heart. I found the ending a lot more believable than if there were two Vanessa Halls that both didn't know their dad. Implausible, just ridiculous concept idea there that there would be two. So I did find the actual ending a whole lot more believable than that. But I do want to know, how had the place already corrected the mistake and then it matched the father? The timeline seems a little bit out of focus, I guess, on that as to when the mistake was actually fixed. I think if we were watching the story from the father's point of view, it would be different, because he would be struggling with the idea that he didn't know his daughter for the first 20 plus years of her life, that because he's such a family oriented guy, and here was a piece of his family that was out there by herself. I mean, literally by herself, and had to be raised in foster care and everything. And so I think that would be really tough for him to work through, that he wasn't there for her, not from his own fault, but still he would have wanted to be there. I have not seen any other works by this screenwriter, but they do have another Christmas movie coming up in December called A Dickens of a Holiday, and I really, really enjoyed this movie, so I'm looking forward to that one. This was just an amazing, amazing movie that was unique and different than anything I've ever seen before, and really just punched me hard in the whole feelings area. Well done to all. She makes a comment about the house as they come up. Oh, wow, this is the house. And I just have to say that that's one of the things that's been jumping out at me in all of these Hallmark movies is the house. There's always a house that is over the top, amazing, and I don't know anybody who lives in houses like this. So it's very funny that it's just so out of the ordinary, but they're in every single movie. My favorite quote in this movie: family is family, your sisters, and that's it. She just was like, I don't like half. We're not doing half. Your family. And I love that they are just so focused on family. When they went to get her, I mean, I just overwhelming emotions through my body. My niece recently said, and she's 11. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry if I've forgotten your age. I'm almost positive you're 11. My niece said recently, though, family is everything. And, I mean, that shows that my brother and his wife are teaching her well. But also, it just kind of hit me that, yeah, family is the people who should be there for you no matter what. They're always on your team. Hopefully, if they're not, then hopefully you can make it that way. But and family is everything, but also family doesn't have to be the people who you're born to. Family can be the people who you have chosen to be part of your family, but the people that you have made part of your life should be where you focus your energy. I don't think I can oversell how much I enjoyed this movie. It was just perfection. Absolute perfection. See you next time. This thumbnail is not a whole lot to it. Just got a smile, so let's... Sounds much fun when there's not more to figure out, right? And we're out.